The recording is on. The recording is on. So I bit my lip like really, really, really hard. I love mint chocolate, dude. I too love mint chocolate. We're friends now. Anyways, time to say hi. Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to the Cyber Cafe. Today we're going to be watching Gamers Caught Cheating, Part 1 by Be Amazed. Alright, let's go.
Just like regular sports, the world of esports is full of cheaters. And with the rise of online gaming tournaments and streaming platforms like Twitch, some gamers exploit these cheats to help them score a quick win. But it takes just one wrong click to completely expose them and bring their little gaming empires to their knees. So, let's take a look at some hackers, liars, and dim-witted cheaters who got caught on camera trying to play the system. Miss Q Gemini.
Miss Q, of course it's a Gemini.
Games isn't a crime, but the way streamer Miss Q Gemini tried to cover up her blatant cheating absolutely was. This young, ambitious gamer regularly streamed herself playing the ferociously competitive Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO for short, which is an online multiplayer first-person shooter game.
Oh no, not the astrology. I'm not even an astrology girly. I just know that the girls who often identify themselves with, oh, I'm a Gemini, are usually people like this. So that's why I was like, oh, of course it's a Gemini.
Offensive, or CSGO for short, which is an online multiplayer first-person shooter game. However, back in 2017, she started her stream with a huge rant about how she'd been unfairly accused of cheating.
You know what's really sad? That sometimes, because I'm female in Counter-Strike, people are like, you're cheating!
Way to tell off those pesky trolls. But then, during the game's warm-up phase, she seemed to forget that the whole world could see her screen, and she brought up a cheat software menu.
No! Why? Oh, just because I'm a girl, people are saying I'm cheating. Yeah, pulls up cheating screen. I think I would kill myself. If this happened to me. In-game, yes, in-game, in Minecraft. No, just because I'm a girl.
Menu. After hitting the load coding button, all of her rivals' ranks and locations suddenly began appearing through the walls.
Oh my.
For those of you who don't play CSGO, I can tell you now, this ain't normal. It's called a wall hack, which allows players to locate their opponents through solid objects in the game's arena. Hacks like this are a sneaky way of gaining the upper hand in multiplayer shooter games, and Miss Q Gemini's viewers were quick to pick up on it. But blissfully unaware she'd been caught, she continued to play and, even worse, lose. And it's at that point—
How do you lose? You have all these hacks, you can literally see them, and you still lose. How do you lose? How do you cheat and lose? How? No, how are you no? I would be so ashamed of myself. She has terrible aim. Then if you're going to hack, then just get an aimbot instead of a wall hack. If you're gonna lose with a wall hack, dude, like you cheated and you still lost. How bad are you?
Point she to play and, even worse, lose. And it's at that point she finally realized what she'd done, as you can see from her facial expressions.
Oh my god.
After being caught red-handed,
panicking.
you'd think this would be the time to fess up, right? Well, take a listen to the cringy excuses that start falling out of her mouth.
You guys, do you guys ever get that weird glitch in CSGO where it shows your rank, that it shows everyone's rank? Clara, give me 1 second. Clara.
The weird glitch?
Let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. She promised me she didn't use it on my PC. I'm fucking done. This is what happens when you let people use your PC.
When people let you use your PC, you literally turn it on.
Yeah,
Are you?
It definitely wasn't Clara that we watched load the cheat code at the beginning of this game.
Wait,
After that, Miss Q Gemini guiltily
herself.
abandoned the match, and her CSGO account was eventually slapped with an anti-cheat ban. But following massive backlash from the streaming community, her Twitch account also disappeared soon after, along with any chance she ever had of making it as a pro gamer. Maybe she should have tried playing a game where you don't need to cheat to win. Like this video's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
No. I normally don't skip sponsored sections, but we're not gonna watch a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. We're not gonna do that. we're not gonna do that. I'm sorry.
Forsaken. When it comes to cheating in CSGO,
Absolutely
it's
not.
safe to say no player has ever been more humiliated than JonnyK Forsaken.
When you're gonna do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, I've gotten at least 45 sponsorship offers by Raid Shadow Legends at this point, and I don't understand why people are taking them, because the sponsorships are trash. They're so bad. So, like, if you take a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, like, you're literally selling yourself out.
Forsaken. When it comes to cheating in CSGO, it's safe to say no player has ever been more humiliated than JonnyK Forsaken Kumawat. During the Extremes Land Zowie Asia tournament in 2018,
Is he
Forsaken
Indian?
was competing as part of the pro
he's
esports
Indian,
team
okay.
Optic India. They'd entered into the top-tier CSGO tournament, which had a hefty prize pool of $100,000. But as Forsaken was playing, someone reported him for suspicious activity, and an administrator was called in. At first, Forsaken boldly refused the admin access to his terminal, but after they asserted their position, they probed into his setup and discovered a suspicious program running in the background.
Wait.
When it was pointed out,
He was cheating at a tournament? Do I understand that correctly? How did he install that shit on a computer at a tournament? You're not allowed to install anything on there? USB probably? That's insane.
Forsaken unbelievably suspicious program running in the background. When it was pointed out, Forsaken unbelievably batted their hands away and tried to delete it in front of their eyes. Stunned, the administrators disqualified Forsaken on the spot, and the entire Optic India team was booted from the event. When they finally got a good look at Forsaken's terminal, they discovered the illegal aimbots he'd been desperately trying to delete.
That's crazy though, Word.x, Word.back. Like, that's totally not suspicious at all. Not suspicious. What do you need Word for at a tournament, dude?
These are hacks that provide easier target acquisition for players and are expressly prohibited by CSGO. But what made it worse was that they'd been accessed multiple times, meaning he'd cheated in many different matches in order to get his hands on that prize money. Appalled by his actions, Forsaken was handed a full 5-year ban from the Esports Integrity Coalition. The pro player was also booted from his team, but in the overwhelmingly embarrassing...
You're saying he took his team down, but there is no way that his team didn't know about this. If you play with the same people for multiple games, multiple matches, years, yada yada yada, you're probably sharing your computers at some point, etc. There's no way they didn't know. There's no way his team didn't know about this.
Aftermath, Optic India was dissolved altogether. Now, even if your aim is as bad as Forsaken's, you don't need an aimbot to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Go ahead, prove that you're better than that cheater ever will be. Now, where were we? Tavo Betancourt. Have you ever heard of speedrunning before? It's where players record themselves racing to complete levels or entire games as fast as humanly possible. And some of these times are so fast, they're only separated by the split second of a button push.
I remember when people were saying they want me to speedrun Lifeline. Yes, Lifeline. I played Lifeline on stream. I think I would throw myself out of a window if I had to speedrun Lifeline. I still know all the tongue twisters. She sells seashells on the seashore. Seashells, she sells a seashell, she is short. And Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy wuzzy. And Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pecks of pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Like, I still know them. It's been over a year since I played that fucking game. It's been over a year. I finished the game though. I finished it. I did it. I completed the game. The worst part was that one part where I needed her to go to the desk and she kept going to the bed. I was like, to the desk. Oh, to the bed. No, stop. To the desk. To the bed. No, to the desk. To the bed. To the desk. To the bed. To the desk. To the bed. There's nothing here. Of course there's nothing there, you dumb bitch. I told you to go to the desk, not to the bed. Anyways, as you can hear, I really enjoyed my playthrough of Lifeline.
So fast, they're only separated by the split second of a button push. It's not the most well-known style of gameplay, but because the community is made up of passionate nerds like me, speedrunning is a serious business. And that's why YouTuber Tavo Betancourt came under heavy fire when Mexican channel Badaboon uploaded his insanely fast Super Mario Bros. Speedrun back in 2017. He effortlessly sailed through the entire game, completing it in a respectable 5 minutes and 12 seconds. While this run earned him plenty of online views, the speedrunning community spotted some serious problems. For a start, even though the attempt was just 5 minutes long, Tavo took the time to guzzle down Coke and pizza as he was playing. Surely, if he were taking this seriously, he could have waited 5 minutes to have his dinner, right? Secondly, the game's counters suspiciously didn't match what was happening in the footage. Like here, where Tavo collects 11 coins, but the counter curiously increases by 12. It was clear that Tavo had stolen someone's speedrun footage and mashed it with a different counter so that it wasn't too obvious he'd stolen it. But this minor mistake didn't escape the attention of real speedrunners. They tracked down the original footage and revealed that it had been brazenly stolen from world record speedrunner Darbian. And when the community found out, Tavo was crucified online. He later admitted what he'd done and apologized, claiming it was just part of a social experiment. Lame.
I hate that excuse. Like, oh, you're angry. It was just a social experiment. Girl, it was just a social experiment. Cringe. Shut the fuck up. Uninstall yourself. Don't do that.
Excuses aside, it's pretty clear that this was just done for clout, seeing how, despite his apology, his run is still up on Badaboon's channel. Although now, I reckon it'll take more than video splicing for Tavo to outrun his ruined reputation. Super fast jellyfish.
Super fast jellyfish.
The impossibly precise button presses and muscle memory required for speedrunning are insanely difficult to master, which is why blindfolded speedrunning is even more mind-blowing.
But there's so many people that are cheating while doing the blindfolded speedrunning and blindfolded other stuff. There was that one girl who said she was doing a blindfolded run of, I think it was Elden Ring, who also got exposed to be cheating. So many people are cheating when doing blindfolded runs. Because it's so easy to just cheat and like figure out a way to still look under the blindfold.
Audio cues and their memory, players complete games as quickly as possible without once looking at their screens. Considering most people couldn't even get past a start menu blindfolded, this is some god-tier gaming. So when unknown gamer Super Fast Jellyfish live streamed his blindfolded speedrun of Super Mario 64 in just 42 minutes, the speedrunning community was stunned, but not in a good way. For a start, there are only 3 certified blindfolded streamers who have submitted their times into this category, ranging from 24 minutes to 1 hour and 58 minutes. This would have put Superfast Jellyfish in 3rd, even though he claimed he'd only ever done 3 blindfolded speedruns before.
See, do you see his face? Like, you see his face? Like, this is exactly how you know that someone is cheating. People always pull a specific face when they're trying to focus on what they're trying to see when their view is obscured. Like, they have like their mouth like a little bit open and like very focused on the screen. And that's exactly how you can see that they're faking their blindfold speedrun.
But compared to his competitors, Superfast Jellyfish's gameplay was suspicious. He left audio alerts on, which are hugely distracting and can mess up a real blindfolded speedrunner's timing.
Let's go.
Thank you for the follow.
I fell off. I can tell I fell off.
This is your second blindfolded run, isn't it?
Technically this is my 3rd.
Unfazed by this, he then talked continuously through sections that real blindfolded speedrunners know requires careful attention to audio details.
Did I check for saves? No, because I don't save the game.
These were huge red flags for the speedrunning community, and they called out Superfast Jellyfish for cheating by using a blindfold he could see through. Clearly caught out, Superfast Jellyfish eventually came clean. Well, kinda.
What you may not know is that speedrun was purposely Fake. It was purposely.
Can they stop doing this? This angers me. It angers me. Why do they come? It was a social experiment. It was fake on purpose. Yeah, I trolled you guys. No, stop doing like. Come up with a better excuse, like either double down or just honestly apologize instead of coming up with these stupid ass excuses, man. Like, dude, who cares? Like, dude, he looks like the type that would cheat in a speedrun. Yes, he does.
Was purposely fake. It was purposely fake.
Instead of a proper apology, he tried to save face by claiming he purposefully faked the speedrun. And yet, he only admitted this after he was exposed? Yeah, that's called cheating, but better luck next time. Joshua Ottenil Kriegshauser. Game developers often stream games they're working on as an awesome way of interacting with the game's community. But these developers usually have special abilities other players don't, which can look like cheats, as Joshua Ottenil Kriegshauser awkwardly discovered back in 2017. The technical director of the Battle Royale game H1Z1 decided to stream the match he was playing with his friends on Twitch. But when he blasted through a rival group of players, their reactions shocked him.
What's happening?
Why are you cheating? Really, dude? You're cheating?
A dev cheating.
Wait, can you not see him?
You can't see me?
Yes. Oh, he is.
Oh, no.
My god, am I hidden?
Ooh, cheating like that definitely isn't a good look for a developer.
I mean,
although
honestly,
it seems like
I feel like in this case, like the guy wasn't, like he was cheating, but he didn't know because he was like, wait, I'm invisible. He genuinely wasn't aware of the fact that he was still invisible. So is it cheating? Yes. Can he really be blamed for that? Not really. I feel like this is something that could happen to me, dude, where I would forget to turn off my dev stuff. This one isn't so bad. It can happen. It's just a mistake.
he'd genuinely forgotten to turn off his special cloak of invisibility. Either that, or he just really wanted to show those 12-year-olds who was boss.
I mean, I would show 12-year-olds who are boss too.
With over 100 million monthly players, League of Legends is one of the largest online multiplayer games in the world.
Who is it?
For those who don't know it, it involves two teams battling it out to occupy and defend their half of a map. And to do this, players have to strategically attack or hide from the other team.
Is he gonna play the mage class?
Professional esports team Azubu Frost
it's always
found
either
an inventive way
Misfortune,
around
Lux,
this
or
back in
the other
2012.
mage
During
character.
the Season 2 World Championships, Azubu Frost faced off against Team Solo Mid. From the get-go, the match was plagued by technical issues which caused multiple pauses. But during these pauses, members of Team Azubu Frost sneakily checked out the minimap that was being broadcast on the huge stadium screen behind them. This allowed them to see exactly where the other team was heading and what they were planning. Team Captain Woong in particular looked back at the screen on a number of occasions before recklessly altering his gameplay. Azubu,
I mean, you know, yes, this is cheating. At the same time, if there's a massive screen broadcasting the exact info I need, I would also have to work really hard to stop myself from looking, because that's just like human curiosity, dude. I feel like the mistake here is with the venue that organized it. Like, they should not have been able to even see it.
Frost won the round, but an investigation by League of Legends developer Riot Games later determined that Woong clearly gained an unfair advantage by looking at the screens. He also shared the information with his team.
I mean, at the same time, the other team could also have looked at the screens. So is it really cheating when they have the same amount of information by just looking?
them to certain victory. For this unsportsmanlike behavior, Azubu Frost was fined 20% of their tournament winnings, costing them a grand total of $30,000.
Hey, but they still have the other 80%, dude.
Right in the wallet. Mr. Golds. Some streamers play games in a way that can really divide an audience, like Mr. Golds, for example. At his peak, his Twitch streams boasted a respectable average of 2,000 live viewers, where he routinely bragged about how good he was at Call of Duty Warzone. But during a stream from August 2020, one of his viewers noticed something strange on his screen.
Why are cheaters so bad at cheating?
Have you ever seen anyone playing like me? It's like seriously.
Yup, while Mr. Golds was shamelessly bragging about how he's so good that he doesn't need to cheat.
I like how the
he
person
had
that's
the
recording
cheating
it is
software
timed out.
Engine Owning running in the background. Engine Owning is an app that freely admits it sells cheat software for many games, including Call of Duty, like their aim at enemy.
But why are they always bragging about how good they are? How pathetic do you have to be to get brownie points where you're like, look at how good I am. Look at how good I am at this game while actively cheating. Like, how sad must your life be?
Hack, which Mr. Golds clearly had set to on in the background.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
After he was rightfully exposed, Mr. Golds' channel received temporary suspension as Twitch's guidelines ban the streaming of cheats in any online games. Although his channel is now back up, this cheater hasn't recovered enough dignity to show his face on the platform since. FaZe Jarvis.
Man, I hate FaZe. And if you're a FaZe fan, you may hate me for this, but I fucking hate FaZe, bro. And you have all these fanboys, the FaZe fanboys. They're like grinding for FaZe, grinding for FaZe. It's like a bunch of cringe fuckboys that get into drama every week, and usually it's drama over some OnlyFans girl, or it's like stupid catfights with the other guys. Their fanbase is even worse, dude. Like grinding for FaZe. Like get a job.
About every fan of the Battle Royale game Fortnite knows the name FaZe Jarvis, but not necessarily in a good way. This British YouTuber and gamer rose to fame when he joined the mega-popular esports group, the FaZe Clan, in 2019. He'd been uploading his Fortnite gameplay to YouTube since 2018, with many of his videos garnering millions of views each. His channel was made up almost exclusively.
Well, if it's Jev and Swan Armor goes, I mean, I'm sure, like with any kind of esports group, there are multiple guys in there that are just regular good gamers, you know, that deserve to be in an esports group because they're good at the game, they're likable. But overall, 95% of the shit I see about FaZe is either them fighting over some petty drama, them fighting over some random OnlyFans girl, them fighting over something that may or may not be racist, cheating, and these random ass fucking minors that are grinding for FaZe and then getting disappointed because their shitty bronze level gameplay doesn't get noticed by FaZe.
Since 2018, with many of his videos garnering millions of views each. His channel was made up almost exclusively of Fortnite gameplay, but then in 2019, he made an unfathomably dumb decision. He uploaded a video where he openly claimed to be using an aimbot.
Because I've got the hack open and stuff, it's making my Streamlabs like lag, so I can't do that. You won't be able to see on the recording that I've got the mod, but just so you guys know I do. This is what happens. Look, aimbot FOV, aimbot FOV. Like, I don't know what half this stuff means, but it's actually about to be lit. We're about to pop off. See you. Mate, how's it not hitting anyone?
What?
I got aimbot.
Look at this. Look at this.
While the hilariously controversial video made him some sweet YouTube money, Fortnite's developers Epic Games didn't see the funny side of it. They have a zero-tolerance policy to any kind of cheating, let alone bragging about it to millions of people online. Without missing a beat, Epic Games brought down the hammer and immediately banned Jarvis's account. But the ban wasn't just for a month or even two,
Did he get
but
permanently
for
banned?
life. And this didn't mean he was only banned from the community. He was also prohibited from participating in all future Fortnite gaming events. What a staggering self-own.
I mean, honestly, it's just Fortnite. You know, there's worse things than getting banned in Fortnite, like not having 2 wives who bring you sandwiches while topless.
True YouTube style, Jarvis released a tearful apology video admitting his infractions and accepting Epic Games' decision.
I'm truly, like, so sorry. Epic, I know I have to take accountability for my actions.
Where's the ukulele, dude? Where's the ukulele?
To accept any punishment or, like, comes my way. Whatever happens. I'm not trying to find, like, a quick road out, but, like, being banned forever is just, like, thinking about a lifetime ban is just...
Yeah, just make a new account.
Just make a new account, dude.
Would happen.
Even with all those tears, his account remains banned almost 2 years on. Well, it's pretty clear that when it comes to cheating, Epic Games definitely doesn't play around. Zakubus. In the UK, there's one gamer who's known for his dapper skills as well as his dapper styles.
I mean,
David
it's a nice
Tracy
suit.
is a tie-wearing, shirt-sporting Twitch streamer who's been gaming professionally for more than 17 years. But
It's
even
crazy to me. Okay, so I'm gonna glaze myself a little bit, just a tiny bit. Okay, am I allowed? I started streaming at some point, and like I'm just doing this because I find it fun, and I never really expected to get the audience I have right now. And you know, like even if I was at like 10 or 20 viewers right now, like I would still be streaming because I find it fun. But to then see like these people that get seen as super well known and like super popular and big in the communities and stuff like that, and then they have like 17,000 followers. And then I look at my own followers and I'm almost at 7,000 right now, and I'm like, holy shit, like I'm getting pretty close to these people. It's so insane to me. It's so insane to me. It really is. Because I'm just doing this like for fun as a hobby because I enjoy it. That is crazy to me. So thank you so much for watching me and hanging out with me and giving me all this support. Because it's really weird.
all that experience, been gaming professionally for more than 17 years. But even with all that experience and style behind him, it didn't stop him from cheating at the DreamHack gaming convention back in 2018.
Dude, why would
He
you
was
cheat
caught
at
teaming in
DreamHack?
Fortnite, which is where a player talks to and works with rival players instead of taking them out in-game. Although just about every Fortnite player does it, streaming it from Europe's largest gaming convention wasn't Zakubus's brightest idea.
I mean, honestly, I am guilty of this in League of Legends, dude. I'm guilty of this. When you were still able to disable all chats except for all chat, I would disable team chat but keep all chat on. And then I would just like shit post with the enemy team. And that has resulted like multiple times in them killing my entire team but not me. Or letting me kill them or whatever just because they likes me because of a shit posting with them. So I'm kind of guilty of this. I'm kind of guilty of this.
Oh! What?
Well, if you're going to stream to thousands of people at a high-profile event, you should probably stick to the rules, no matter how suave you look. JonnyK.
Why did they censor his
now,
face?
Just about anyone can cheat in Fortnite, but it takes seriously huge kahunas to cheat during the Fortnite World Cup.
World Cup,
Considering
you're
the prize
crazy.
pool is around $100 million,
That's
it's
crazy.
no wonder people are tempted to turn to illicit
Wait, why
means
is there
of winning.
Brendan
But for
Urie in the
professional
corner? Was that Brendan Urie? That was Brendan Urie.
Fortnite World Cup, considering the prize pool is around $100 million, it's no wonder
Why is Brendan Urie in the corner? I've seen him live when I went to their show.
people are tempted to turn to illicit means of winning. But for professional player JonnyK Kosmala of Team Caliber,
Johnny
the
K.
overwhelming temptation to cheat got the better of him. In 2019, this player was exposed online after his Discord messages with a well-known
leak.
cheat seller were made public.
It's always
You can
the
see
Discord
JonnyK,
leaks.
named here as Big Boy, was trying to purchase an ESP
Oh god, if they ever leak my Discord messages, it's over.
cheat. This is a hack that allows a player to see the locations of all of their enemies.
BNC, don't leak my Discord messages, please. do not leak my Discord messages.
Cheat. This is a hack that allows a player to see the locations of all of their enemies, even if there are walls or terrain in the way. After downloading it, JonnyK started a call with the seller, who walked him through the process of installing it. But unfortunately for JonnyK, the seller recorded their entire call.
Oh, that's evil.
Download too. Oh, you didn't even this one?
Yeah, that one. That's the all you're gonna need.
Initially, it all seemed to be running smoothly. He logged into his official account with the cheat software running, and the game loaded without issue. But all of a sudden, his account was flagged by Fortnite's anti-cheat software, and he was immediately booted from the game for cheating. And to really rub salt in the wound, the seller then released their entire call for the world to see. After being so
he got
thoroughly exposed,
over.
Team Caliber wasted no time booting the cheater out of their team and
GGs.
cut all ties with him. Well, as bad as it looks, I don't reckon JonnyK's fall from grace hurt too much. After all, his massive kahunas probably broke his fall. Marky Locuras. Even though Fortnite is one of
Why
the
is it
biggest
constantly
video games in
Fortnite,
the
dude?
world, it still suffers from its fair share of bugs. While exploiting these
Why
bugs
is it
generally
constantly
frowned
Fortnite?
upon, abusing them in professional matches or tournaments is obviously a dumb move. But not obvious enough for pro Fortnite player Marky Locuras. During the 2019 ESL Katowice Royale Fortnite tournament, which had a grand prize of $500,000, the professional Team Heretic player was reduced to 0
That's
hit points.
crazy.
But thanks to a bug, he wasn't eliminated, and quickly discovered he could keep playing.
Why is he not dying?
Now, he should have alerted an administrator to the error. Instead, he exploited the bug and waited to be revived by his teammates. But when his teammates asked him what had happened, he did this. So it's clear he knew he'd done something wrong.
Dude,
but he was trying
you're
to
so fucking stupid. The entire match is recorded. The entire match is recorded. Why are you so stupid? Why room temperature IQ?
avoid being detected. Eventually, the admin spotted what he'd done and asked him to leave. But unbelievably, Marky refused.
To be fair, that's on the game, not him. I do not agree. I do not agree on that. Like, yes, it's a bug in the game, but you're in an official tournament, so you're required to tell people. It's the same with like regular games. Like you had this happen in World of Warcraft, for example, where you had a glitch or a bug that allowed you to duplicate certain items or get more currency of a certain thing. And they usually don't ban people for using that. If you use it once and then not again because you don't notice it, or if you use it once and then a second time to replicate it and then report it to the game devs so they can fix it. However, you also have people that use it and use it again and use it again and use it again and use it again and then get banned for exploiting a glitch. And then they're angry because it's not my fault the game did that. Like, they should have just fixed the glitch. It's not my fault. Like, yes, it's your fault. You should have just reported it instead of abusing it. That's why you got banned. So, yes, it is on the game, but at the same time, the fact that he didn't report it is on him. Especially during an official tournament.
But he was trying to avoid being detected. Eventually, the admin spotted what he'd done and asked him to leave. But unbelievably, Marky refused.
But give me a reason.
Give me a reason. Because you're using a glitch, you asshat.
After stalling for as long as he could, he was finally convinced to leave his terminal and was disqualified from the tournament. But this incident sparked a huge debate online. Technically, it was a glitch, so it wasn't like Marky had purposefully engineered the cheat, but being a pro player,
He purposefully
really
abused
should have
it,
known
though.
better than to try and exploit it. Ultimately, he didn't face any kind of punishment aside from being disqualified. Even if you don't play Fortnite, do you think that judgment was fair? Let me know down in the comments.
I feel like being disqualified in this case is the proper punishment because obviously he exploited a glitch. So being disqualified is the proper punishment. Do I think he should have gotten punished any further? No, not necessarily, because it wasn't his fault that the game glitched, you know? But a piece of professionalism would have been like, hey, I'm dead but I'm not dying. Especially during a tournament as a pro player. So, like, it's just honorless behavior. So, yes, he should have gotten disqualified. But I don't necessarily think he should have gotten punished any further.
Shroud.
Shroud!
Like Fortnite, PlayerUnknown's Battleground, or PUBG for short, is a battle royale style game that has a huge problem with hackers. Since it was released in 2017, most of the cheats used in this game revolve around improving a player's accuracy or speed. But there's one cheat that's so hilariously dumb, even famous streamer Michael Shroud Grzizek simply couldn't resist getting involved with it. With more than 9 million followers on Twitch, this professional streamer racks up tens of thousands of views per stream. And this meant there were plenty of witnesses when he joined in with the hijinks of this group of hackers back in 2018.
I'm busy. What the hell?
What the hell?
Just like in the real world, cars in PUBG aren't meant to fly like that. But Shroud couldn't resist the offer of a free ride.
Shit, can you take me to the zone real quick?
I mean...
Yeah. I actually sell these cheats for a living.
Wait, don't.
Unfortunately, after this, Shroud hit a dead end. Like Fortnite, PUBG has a very strict no cheating policy that it enforces indiscriminately, and the ban hammer came down on Shroud's account for a whole month.
I mean, honestly, like, not gonna lie, this is entertainment. As a streamer, if you see this shit, that you're like, holy shit, I can show my viewers we can fly in a car in PUBG. Like, you would go in. Like, I would have done that too. I would have asked if I could have a ride in the car too. That's free entertainment. Like, he's not the one cheating. He's just like, holy shit, that would be great for my viewers to see. So, like, was it smart? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Would have done the same. Probably, yes. I can't blame him for this, dude.
And the ban hammer came down on Shroud's account for a whole month. He later apologized and admitted he knew what he was doing, but that he just wanted to have a little fun. I mean, it's hard to blame him. After all, if someone offered you the chance to ride in a flying car, it'd be pretty hard to turn down, right? Chuck. The NBA 2K21 community is an extremely competitive group of players who take any hint of cheating very seriously, as professional player and YouTuber Chuck found out back in 2020. This was when rival player T-Jack critiqued his gameplay and called him out online for using a modified controller.
I never really understood the idea
I'm not
behind
him, but he doesn't. The Zen start in the center. It doesn't matter. You can do it without it, bro.
Games like FIFA. And this one.
If you don't play NBA 2K21, like me, that explanation probably flew right over your head. So let me break it down. You may be thinking that a modified controller has levers and buttons designed to make quicker and easier button hits, but they don't always look that obvious. Controllers like the Cronus Zen, for example, can run software like aimbots, which makes scoring hoops in the game much easier. And this is something that T-Jack aggressively accused Chalk of doing.
Why does his bar not move in this game? His bar does not move. Hold on. It looks like let's look at this. Why does his bar not move?
When you gotta aim.
But Chalk wasn't taking this lying down. He uploaded a video showing every single button press he made on his controller to prove he wasn't cheating.
Okay, but if you have that other thing attached to it that uses the software, then it doesn't matter what buttons you're pressing on your controller, because then it's the other thing with the software that does it for you.
My controller the entire time, and I'm playing uncomfortable because I gotta have my hands so high. Nothing changes, bro. Literally nothing changes. I'm shooting with X and I'm still greening. What's the next one? Green. You see it, bro. Nothing's changing. You see it.
However, this gaming community was already in full witch hunt mode. Despite Chalk's proof, more and more accusations began flooding Chalk's chats. Eventually, the pressure became too much for him to handle, and Chalk broke down live on one of his streams.
See it, man. You don't see that these dudes sit in group chat.
He had a public crash out.
While there's no way,
this is like needy streamer overloads, but like with a dude. That's crazy. He had a public crash out on stream.
To really tell whether or not Chalk was using a modified controller, the NBA 2K21 community still seems pretty divided. So what do you think? Did Chalk cheat, or is he just being dunked on for being really good at this game? Let me know down in the comments. Hosty.
I mean, I had my own crash out stream when I just started VTubing, so I don't necessarily blame him, but
Hearthstone is an incredibly popular digital strategy card game which has close to 24 million active players around the world. And unlike a regular game of cards, you can't cheat by peeking over your opponent's shoulder. But back in 2015, during the Hearthstone Pinnacle 2 tournament, pro player Raphael Hostitsan-Tili found a way around this. As part of the
Wait, you did? Yes, I did, dude. I had a mental breakdown live on stream. It was so embarrassing. It was incredibly fucking embarrassing, dude.
Strategy card game which has close to 24 million active players around the world. And unlike a regular game of cards, you can't cheat by peeking over your opponent's shoulder.
6
But back in
months.
2015, during the
That's going to
Hearthstone
be in a video.
Pinnacle 2 tournament, pro player Rafael Hostitsantili found a way around this. As part of the professional esports team Arkan, Hosty was one of just 6 players invited to compete in the tournament, which had a prize pool of $5,000. His match with Team Nihilim's Adrian life coach Koi was live streamed for all the world to see. But partway through, viewers suddenly noticed something strange in Hosty's background.
Oh no, what is in his background?
That's surprising to me too.
Embarrassingly, Hosty's setup was being reflected in the picture frame behind him,
Oh,
showing
no!
he was looking at 2 separate monitors, and one of them
I
had
have
the
2
tournament
monitors.
live stream on it, meaning Hosty had a full view of life
that is
coach's
so
hand.
lame.
This is what's known as stream sniping,
His
and it's
stream sniping is that is so lame. Oh, that is so incredibly lame. Oh my god.
coach's hand. This is what's known as stream sniping, and it's the digital version of peeking at your opponent's cards. Allegations immediately flooded the internet, and in a matter of hours, Team Arkan dropped Hosty from their roster like a hot cheating potato.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hosty later admitted to having the stream up on the second monitor, but argued that because the stream was on a 10-minute delay, it didn't help him gain an advantage. Considering he lost to life coach, that kinda adds up. But if Hosty was trying to cheat, this was—
Wait, yes, 10 minutes delay, like, fair, 10 minutes delay isn't gonna do anything for you, but it's still lame.
a hilariously terrible attempt.
XQC?
Felix XQC Lengyel is one of Twitch's most popular streamers with a follower count of over 8 million. Streaming multiple times a week, often for more than 24 hours, it's hardly surprising that weird and hilarious stuff is often captured on his camera. But back in December 2020, he had some serious explaining to do when this slip-up happened live on stream.
What the f was that?
Did you see that? Well, if I enhance that 5th file from the
Cheats?
left, can you see it now? That, my friends, is a big file labeled cheats.
I mean,
Admittedly,
honestly,
it's
that could be for
completely
any
empty,
kind of
but
game.
why would XQC have had it in the first place? And considering how much he panicked when that window opened, he didn't exactly seem innocent, but he had an explanation ready.
In your randomizer, there's something called cheats, and those cheats are like to make the game different. Like, if you're doing a certain run, you have to use a cheat folder.
So, he needed it to change the difficulty of his Pokemon games. As legitimate as he makes it sound, using any kind of cheats or hacks in games is against Twitch's community guidelines.
I mean—
Despite this smoking gun, Twitch didn't take any action.
No, of course they didn't take any action. Of course they did. At first, it's an empty folder icon. Here, it's literally empty. There's nothing in there. There is nothing in the folder. So that's a 1. 2, I have a folder with cheats on my PC for like single player games, for example, where I want to be able to speed up certain stuff or be able to zoom out more or anything like that. I don't know, dude. Like, this is such a far reach. Like, I get trying to catch streamers for cheating, but like, 1, he's not actively cheating on his streams, and 2, Lil Brie about to confess in certain games on accident. No, I use cheats for example, Stardew Valley, because I have a very, 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 very bad idea of time. So the amount of times I would pass out in the mines because I didn't realize it was 10 minutes away from the time running out for that day. So I would have a cheat which I could use to pause the time so that I could make it back home on time, or I could finish whatever I was doing. Like, that doesn't hurt anybody. That literally doesn't hurt anybody. So, like, this is kind of lame. Like, they're reaching here. They're reaching here.
Is against Twitch's community guidelines. Despite this smoking gun, Twitch didn't take any action, even though he'd been caught cheating less than a month before. This happened when, during GlitchCon's Twitch Rivals Fall Guys tournament, XQC decided to target other players taking part in this Battle Royale platform game. He singled them out by stream sniping and then sabotaged their attempts to win. But what's worse is that he didn't even make the effort to hide that he was watching his opponent's streams.
Okay, but that's stream sniping. He wasn't using cheats on his PC, so I'm not sure how this is related to the folder. I'm not an XQC fan. Like, the only clip I've seen of the guy was that one clip where he was watching a clip of himself. And he was speaking, like, really, really fast. And then he went like, how do you guys even understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what I'm saying. Like, that's the only clip I've seen of this guy. But like, this is just a like, stream sniping, is that okay? No, it isn't. But I'm not sure how this is related to the folder he has on his PC.
That is
with the stream snipe?
dude.
Who got fed? Who got fed? Holy.
With his opponent in his sights, you can see his eyes darting to and from his rival's stream as he plays, so he knows when and where to sabotage him.
I'm gonna put you in emo only mode.
This is a bad idea, bro. I don't think he realizes how big of a mistake he's
Who's that?
Yo! Cougar, you're up, right?
Look at him, all tapping, he's looking!
Unfortunately for XQC, stream sniping directly violates Twitch's code of conduct. They slapped him with a 6-month ban from future Twitch Rivals events, forced him to forfeit his GlitchCon winnings,
I mean, that's
and
kind of
suspended him from the platform
that's
for
kind of deserved.
7 days.
That is
Maybe
deserved.
You should have stuck with Pokemon. Do you
I mean,
know
that
of
is
any other
deserved,
streamers
dude.
or
That is
gamers who've
deserved.
been
Like,
caught
if you're gonna stream snipe and then get caught and then you get punished for it, just take the punishment. Like, that's deserved.
cheating live on camera? Let me know down in the comments below, and who knows, they might even get some screen time in my next video. Thanks for watching.
Alright, that was a good video though. That was a really good video. I enjoyed that.